Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's your girl Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the weekly general collective reading. It's not tied to any specific zodiac sign, and as you guys know the spiel, the energy can be vice versa or interchangeable. This could, pertain to you or someone that you may be energetically connected to, or it may have nothing to do with you at all. Know that time as well as the energy is fluid. So, like I always say, just take what resonates and leave the rest. This is going to be the first weekly reading for 2022. And it will be the first reading starting off season 2 of my Fiery's Corner podcast. If you are familiar with the podcast, you know I was taking the energy from the weekly readings and then going more into depth on, the energy that stood out the most. For the last 3 or 4 episodes of season 1, I was guided to incorporate the empowering questions using this deck into the podcast episodes. So I did decide to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to be starting out with the empowering questions, where for season 1, I left you all with a question, an empowering question for you to ponder over that week, but I'm being guided to, start off with an empowering question and tailor the episode that way. If you are interested in listening to the podcast, the links to the available platforms are under my About tab. But, with that being said, we're going to jump right in. I am, like I said, starting out with the Empowering Questions deck. I'll then be moving on to the Prism Oracle, then the Light Seers Tarot, and the guidance or advice is going to come from the Spirit Animal Oracle. So I did already shuffle, but I have not looked at the bottoms of the deck. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in and see what the energy this week has for us. So it says, what kinds of situations do I avoid? What does this evasion say about my previous experiences or beliefs? So some of you, you may be asking yourself this question or need to. It's making me feel like, some of you may be avoiding certain situations because of, past experiences that you had, whether it's in work or love or just in life in general. It's also giving me like fear of stepping into the new because it's unknown. So, what kind of situations do you avoid so that, it almost makes me feel like so you don't repeat the past for some of you? Or is it just a belief system that you have? Like, it almost makes me feel like some of you may be feeling like you have to do things a certain way, or, the way you were taught is the only way. So yeah, I'm going to leave that one out and then we're going to see what else comes out. So what empowering questions do we need as it pertains to this weekly energy for the collective? What empowering question do we need? Oh, that's too many. Give me less cards, please. So then it says, what or who am I beneath all of my roles? So for some of you, you may be questioning or having some questions surrounding like your identity, who you are beneath the roles that you play. If you are playing a role, or if you may feel like that. Does the role you have to play cause you to avoid certain situations because it's all that you've known, or that's all you believe that you are? It makes me want to say. And then we have what gives me great joy. So what makes you happy? What gives you great joy? Do your beliefs keep you from what makes you happy? Certain traditions or values that were instilled in you, does that cause you to avoid certain situations? You know, I don't know, but let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah, some of you may be experiencing, you know, some anxiety in regards to the energy this week. There could be a lot of overthinking, stress, mental stress. It is giving me like the Nine of Swords, which could be, you know, some of you could be having sleepless nights or having trouble sleeping, nightmares. You know, it's just a lot of anxiety going on. And it could, for some of you, it could be the energy of this week that is, you know, contributing to this anxiety. But it also could be your own mental energy in regards to, you know, things that you value with abundance here. Some of you, it almost feels like you're struggling to align yourself with what brings you fulfillment or joy. It could be anxiety about money, like you're overthinking about, you know, money or stability or some type of financial security. Yeah, but it's almost like also for some of you, you're determined to, you know, or you will be, it almost feels like you'll be pushed. This determination is making me feel like the Fool energy. You'll be pushed to, like with this Ghost card, let go of things from the past. It feels like there may even be a belief system around money that you have, or around, you know, financial security, or this could be just your own value that has you really anxious. But let's see. What's going on, Spirit? What messages do we need for the collective as it pertains to the energy for this week? What messages do we need? So we have out consciousness, which is almost like an awakening energy, a rising in your vibration. It almost feels like elevating from who you are, or it could just be you coming out of this anxiety. And I'm hearing fear again, this anxiety and fear. For some of you, it's how you're looked at. Like, I am getting strong identity vibes. And then we have surrender. Which is an energy of surrendering to, some of you may be surrendering to past belief systems, or experiences that you went through that didn't result in what you wanted. You're learning how to, you know, surrender to that, because for some of you, those past experiences or the belief system that you had is what is like almost hindering you from stepping into something new. And for a lot of you, it's, you know, your own happiness, doing what makes you happy. Get another one. And then we have sweetness and faith coming out under what gives you great joy. And what this is making me feel like is like some of you have, you know, a very, you know, loving, caring energy about yourself. But it's like I almost feel like some of you, you know, you may be struggling to that feeling because you feel like it almost makes me feel like it's an unfamiliar feeling to you, is what it makes me feel. So some of you are not knowing how to utilize this energy. Some of you are needing to have faith that all, like what you want, what brings you joy, Like, it makes me want to say that you can have it. You can have what makes you happy. But there's something here that, you know, you need to surrender to in regards to this energy, because it's causing you frustration. And as you see in the depiction, and we've heard the saying, like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, it's not gonna work. And like I said, there's some fear over, you know, almost like not fitting in. That's the only way I can explain it. But you're not made to fit in, you're made to stand out. And there's fear around that. But it feels like, you know, for this week, there's going to be some type of alleviation to this fear. Some of you don't want to feel rejected with the rejection card here. But sometimes rejection is your protection. If you're in a situation with, you know, people that you feel may judge you or ridicule you for the choices you make in regards to your own happiness, if they reject you, good, because they don't deserve to be a part of what you're doing for yourself. They're not meant to go with you. And there, you know, there will be some, you know, there probably is going to be some anger, you know, in regards to these people that you may have to reject, or if it's vice versa, that may be rejecting you. But it's all for, and then I just say, rejection is your protection. It's all because you're transforming, you're elevating, and you can't stay, you're not going to stay the same. This death card is a transformation, but with protection here, you changing is for your protection. These people rejecting you is for your protection. In whatever capacity it may be, a relationship, job, family, whatever it may be. So don't fear rejection. Don't fear rejection. And you know, it goes both ways, but let's see. Look, oh my God, the Nine of Swords. It makes me want to say, like, stop worrying. Stop worrying. You're stressing yourself out. For a lot of you, it's like you can't sleep. I just heard like haven't slept in days. It makes me want to say there's light at the end of the tunnel. All of these, some of you may be having, you know, like dark or self-defeating thoughts, but in all of these birds, there's one white bird, and it makes me feel like the truth is there. You know what it is. Then we have the Magician here. Some of you are feeling like you don't have what it takes. Or you're, you know, it almost makes me feel like you're, you know, like I said, you're going to stand out. And you will. You will. I'm not going to lie to you. You will stand out. Because as you elevate, like they say, elevation requires separation. Some of you are afraid of your own power. Or there's like a fear of abandonment. But what you don't realize is by you taking this step and manifesting what you want for your own happiness, you're going to be met with the Six of Pentacles. You're going to align yourself with other people that are doing the same thing, that is able to reciprocate, that is able to balance and help you harness out a give and take energy. And for some of you, you know, it is going to be, you know, a coming together, like I said, working and reciprocating with like-minded people with this Three of Cups. For some of you, it could be, you know, also I'm getting like reconciling or reuniting with a person, because the Three of Cups is a card of reconciliation. Yeah, because you're moving away from people, places, and things and situations that no longer serve you. With the Six of Swords, you're heading towards more calmer water. And like I said, for some of you, it is another person. a Queen of Cups energy. It is a feminine energy, whether male or female does not matter, but you're moving towards someone that is, it almost makes me feel like a master of their emotions, someone that gets it and understands you, someone that you can be yourself with, is what I'm getting. But some of you are also stepping into this energy for yourself. But, you know, you may have been holding back this from this feminine energy, or, you know, in another person, if it's another person, or you were holding back stepping into this feminine energy for yourself. But with the King of Wands here, you're ready to take action. A King of Wands knows what he wants and goes after it and attains it with passion and drive and intensity. You just have to allow yourself. With the Fool here, I know I felt that Fool energy. I felt it. Some of you are determined and will be taking a leap of faith. And like I said, it's either coming into balance emotionally for yourself or with another person, where it's easy. It's a constant ebb and flow, a give and take emotionally as well as practically. Wow. This bottom of the deck, child. I'll just put these back in order. Oh, but let's see what's going on. What messages do we need as it pertains to this week for the collective? And I will only be clarifying if necessary. But let's see what messages we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this week. What messages do we need? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so, and this is crazy how these cards came out. Twos. 222. We are into 2022. 222. Yes, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So we have out the Page of Wands and the Hangman. And clarifying that, we have the King of Cups. Then we have the Four of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Or did I say four? I meant Three of Swords. And the Two of Pentacles, clarifying that. And then we have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups with the Empress, clarifying that. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot, which is an energy of, you know, moving forward fast. It is fast movement energy, moving forward balanced and disciplined, taking charge, going after what you want. And then up under that, we have a tower moment. So this tower moment is, it can be, a sudden realization. It could be, almost like something, an epiphany, or, something being torn down to be rebuilt. Because when the tower comes in, it's to, break down and clear out false foundations, whether they're mental, physical, or emotional. And for some of you, with the Nine of Swords up under that, it makes me feel like this tower is like, it's a universal force, number one. But it's almost like this tower moment is blowing up this mindset that you have to bring you out of this anxiety that you may be feeling. And like pushing you to, harness your magic as this magician, to use your resources, because you are capable. A magician is capable of using what he has to attain and get what he wants. Because whatever situation you're in right now, with the Four of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, it could be financially stable. It could be a family situation of, work. But it's emotionally unfulfilling with the Four of Cups here. You're bored in it, literally. So as the Emperor, you're ready. We've seen the King of Wands, but as this Emperor, you're looking over all of this and you're ready to take some type of action. An Emperor is a leader, like you're ready to take charge. Some of you are needing to have the courage to do so. With the Strength card here, the confidence to do so. But with this Chariot in energy here and this Tower, it's almost like there's a spiritual fire being lit to push you forward up under you. Some of you are, resisting this. But that's why the Tower's here, because it's like Spirit is disrupting whatever this is, this mindset, a situation that you've had to push you forward. So with the Page of Wands and the Hangman, like I said, coming out under consciousness, this is an energy of, taking the initiative to set yourself free, because you've been in the Hangman position. You've been in a stuck position because it's almost like you don't know which way to go. And what the cards are saying is go with what you feel as this King of Cups energy. You're excited about something. You're excited to, set yourself free from whatever this is. We can clarify the Hangman, but you're excited to, move out of this, it's a stuckness, because it's not aligning with who you are, whether it's a relationship, a job, a friend situation, a family dynamic, whatever it is. It's like it's pushing you to find out who you really are. And with the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles coming out under the Surrender card, you need to surrender to any past hurts with the Three of Swords, any feelings of lack or abandonment that you may be feeling. That's what needs to be surrendered to, because this is what you're holding on to. And you don't know whether if you should drop it. You're juggling, you're like going back and forth with what you should do about this. But that's what's hindering you from connecting and building something like long lasting. Because from the Five to the Two of Pentacles is the Three of Pentacles, which is the start of a foundation. And it's like you're caught in between, because maybe it's something, you had a previous breakup, Maybe you're coming from a lack mentality. Maybe there's family values that you're trying to live up to, but you're not in alignment with it. It's not suiting you. It's hurting more than helping you, especially with this Three of Swords here. So you need to surrender to any past pain, loss, upset, lack, any mentality or mindset you have around it. You need to, let it go. Because then what gives you great joy is, like, some of you have the capacity, like I said, especially this masculine energy, whether male or female. King of Cups has the capacity to love and give love and, receive it as well. But for some of you, it's almost like with the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups is the emotional fulfillment within a family dynamic, a relationship. But with the Ten of Wands, it's burdening you to try to almost attain this. And if you're currently, it's burdening you. And with this Empress here, it could be something that, it could be something that you learned from your mother in childhood. Or some of you, you're going to actually take the action to drop this energy with the Ten of Wands, leave it behind, you're walking away. And go after what you want, this Ten of Cups here, that's attached to an Empress energy. But it is, again, you need to have faith. So let's take a look at the Hangman. Why is the Hangman here? Because that's the stuckness. That's the stuckness that you're feeling. Like, you want to do something new. You want to go after a new experience. You're excited to go after a new experience. But right before you get ready to go, something, like, you hang yourself up on something. Whether it's a disbelief, whether it's looking at what you've been through and that stops you. But also with the Hangman, it's that position, you need to gain a new perspective. Because she's looking upside down at this heartbreak. You need to have a new perspective on what you went through. Because the perspective that you have right now, it's hindering you from moving towards what you want. Tell me about this Hangman. Because it's almost like, especially I'm getting off of this Two of Pentacles, you're trying to please yourself and please others, but you can't do both. So focus on, like, pleasing yourself. And that's not selfish. The Hangman. Why is the Hangman here? Ooh, that's too many. Give me less cards, please. Yeah, that was way too many. Why is the Hangman here? Why is the Hangman here? Oops. And it's just like I said, that Seven of Wands flipped over. Some of you are, like, every time you get ready to take the action, you hang yourself up on something. It's almost like you fear the worst. So for some of you, you actively, like, you're causing your own resistance to this because you let your mind play tricks on you with the Eight of Swords and then the Devil. Whether it's another person, place, or thing that is, keeping you trapped, but it feels like, it's your own mind with the Eight of Swords and the Devil. But it could also be someone, telling you, like, oh, you can't do this, you can't have that, you can't do this. And it's an illusion. It's a facade. It's so that you don't break free from their control. But that's all about to change. There's a Tower moment coming. And it could be, like another, feminine energy. who portrays this Queen of Wands energy, but deep down, like, they're toxic. And some of you feel bound and stuck and obligated to this person, but they're the ones pulling the strings, causing you to be in your head about this. You know, same cards tried to, you know, flip back over. Give me one more for this Hangman. Give me one more for the Hangman, please. Yeah. But you know what you want. You're this King of Pentacles energy, but it's almost like you resist seeing the value in yourself. You resist seeing the value in yourself. Because you're so focused on looking at what didn't work out in the past. Because the Three of Swords is past heartbreak. Some of you are even knowing that you need to separate yourself from whoever or whatever, if there is another person that's like trying to pull the strings so that you stay stuck. You're realizing like it's not getting you anywhere. You're the King of Pentacles. And there's a need to just end this situation because it looks like it's taken more than what it was worth. What is this Two of Pentacles here? Because that's what you're grappling with. If this is, you know, if this is a situation where you're living with someone, you're feeling like, you know, you don't know where you're going to set your roots down, you know, with the Four of Wands here. Some of you may be actively looking for a place to live, trying to figure out where you're going to live. But it's also like you're grappling with like if you'll be able to maintain, and you will. The Four of Wands is here. Because you're focused on your stability. But you're the King of Pentacles, who is very stable, practical, responsible. And it's like you don't know if you could do it or not because maybe you've been left before or you went through a breakup before, but you need to surrender that because that is what's hindering you from actually getting the stability that you're seeking, because you're looking at it from a viewpoint of, you know, stability, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, we have the Nine of Wands. But it's almost like you're afraid with this Nine of Wands to detach from whatever person, place, or thing that is in this devil energy. You're afraid to cut yourself loose from whatever hold this person, place, or thing has on you. But you know the truth. We have the Ace of Swords here. You know that you need to set yourself free with the Ace of Swords because that's how you bring in the balance. And it's also an act of self-love with the Ace of Cups. So you just need to surrender so that you can move forward with the Wheel of Fortune out of this energy. Move out of that energy. I'm gonna get one more because this Nine of Wands is like either you're afraid to separate yourself, and this could be, like I said, a person, place, a thing, an addiction, a mindset. It's the, like, I can't even get the words out. Like it's pulling, it has a hold on you, but you have to be strong enough to set yourself free, but you know that. Give me one more for this energy here, the Two of Pentacles. Because it's like, you've been through a lot. The Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior. You've been through a lot, but you're almost, you're at the 9. You know what comes after the 9 is the 10. You know that and you're wanting to just drop it and go for your own happiness with the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Like I said, for you, some of you it is another person, but for some of you it's becoming, stepping into your power as this Empress, whether you're male or female. Or, if you're a male, it's your feminine energy. Because we all have masculine and feminine energy. So give me one more for this Two of Pentacles. Where are we at? 35. Give me one more for this Two of Pentacles. Or this, like I said, this Empress it could be another person for you. It doesn't have to be though. Give me one more for the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. We have the Temperance and the Ten of Pentacles. Yes. Temperance is an energy of balance. It's moderation. It's tempering. And the Ten of Pentacles is, that stability and security that you're seeking. But in order for you to attain it, you have to first achieve balance for and within yourself with this Temperance card. But some of you are fearing that. It's like somebody put something in your head, whether it was something they said or did, to make you feel like you're less than, and that's not true. So you sit with the Moon here like it's an illusion. It's not real. It's not real. Illusion and fear is what you're sitting in. Some of you are fearing, going after your happiness, actually being happy, and, being stable along with that, because you feel like it's almost a drain. But this is what you want. You can have what you want. And it's not like, for some of you are fearing that, it's going to take a long time, or you're going to have to put in hard work, but with this Knight of Pentacles here. But once you walk away from this fear and this illusion here, look, the Knight of Pentacles goes right to the Ace of Wands, or Eight of Wands, excuse me. Like the momentum is already built. Because the Eight of Wands is fast moving energy, but some of you, the first thing you need to do is just walk away from the fear or illusion of whatever person, place, or thing this may be for you. Or feeling like you can't have it. So show me this Ten of Wands, and then we'll grab the guidance or advice. What's this Ten of Wands? Because this King of Cups energy is very intuitive. You can feel it. You can feel it. And then look, we got the Queen of Cups at the bottom. You can feel it. Look, the Ace of Swords. Knowing that you need to drop the burden and set yourself free. But the only way you're going to do that is by way of truth. And just like I said, set yourself free. We have the Eight of Wands, excuse me. Freeing yourself from this energy and allowing yourself to step into alignment, whether this is within your own masculine and feminine energy or with another person. Because look, you got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. This is 3 aces here. Come on now. A whole new beginning, emotionally, financially, mentally, and it all comes by way of walking in your truth and letting go of what no longer serves you. Yeah, I knew it was gonna come out. I knew it was gonna come out. And for a lot of you, the truth is that this burden is this devil energy. This person, it could be your own limited, mindset, an addiction, whatever it is, or like I said, a person, place, or thing that you need to cut yourself off from, and you'll be doing yourself justice. And for some of you, you will be so happy and so elated and fulfilled and almost liberated when you do this with that Nine of Cups there. Because you know with justice here is the right thing to do. And like I said, for some of you, look, you're going to be aligning, like I said, either within your own masculine or feminine energy or with another person. And it does feel like for a lot of you, it is another person. And having that new beginning. Here's the only other ace we were missing, the Ace of Wands. It's a passionate, fulfilling connection. The 9 and the 2 of Cups, that's more than the 10 of Cups. So it's like leaving less and being and like getting more by walking away from whatever this devil energy is. Whatever it is. Let's take a look at this Empress. Because this right here is a karmic tie that needs to be cut. It needs to be severed with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, this is someone that, for a lot of you, you've resisted taking action towards. You've held back from with the 4 of Pentacles and the King of Wands, but you have there's a very high attraction to this person as this Empress. Or some of you have if this is not another person for you, but for a lot of you it is, because the 2 of Cups is at the bottom again. You've made yourself small. You've made yourself small. Because you feel like you're not worthy of attaining this Emperor, Empress energy. You made yourself feel small. You've held back your passion, your desires. Because maybe for some of you it felt safer to do that. For some of you it was an insecurity. But what's this devil energy? It's sticking out because that's the hindrance. What's this devil energy? For a lot of you, like I said, it's your own mindset. That's too many. Give me less cards, please. But give me less cards. But for some of you, it is like a job or someone you're in a relationship or a family dynamic with. What's this devil energy? What's the devil energy? Yeah. We got the Knight of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, it's procrastination with the Knight of Pentacles. It's procrastination. Give me one more. But again, it could also you portraying yourself I'm still getting that playing small energy. For some of you, it could be an unhealthy attachment to money. One more for this devil. Yeah, and not feeling like you're, or, procrastinate. For a lot of you, it's procrastination from walking away from this energy. Because for some of you, it almost feels like you may have invested into a situation, especially if it's another person that's tied to this devil energy for you, that's not this energy down here. You've invested a lot, so it's hard. It makes it hard for you to walk away, but emotionally you already have. And it's like now, because you're procrastinating, your intuition is telling you to run for some of you. Your intuition is telling you to run with this Knight of Swords. But you're not running because you can't. It's like you don't see a way forward. And for some of you, you want to see where you're going first, but that's not having faith. So you're sabotaging it with the Seven of Swords. Or there's this person who is sabotaging you, trying to keep you from running away. And keep you, and like trying to have you keep investing with the Seven of Pentacles so that they can be comfortable with the Four of Swords. But meanwhile, you're struggling, you're battling, you're fighting with the Judgment card when you need to just surrender this whole connection. Look, and with guidance or advice, bottom of the deck, we have the Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Yeah, Spirit is about to upend whatever this devil energy is that's hindering you, because it's like for some of you, you're procrastinating, walking away. And for some of you, the Seven of Pentacles did come out. You want back what you put into the situation, but you don't always get it back. So you might as well cut your losses now and leave with what you have, because you're the King of Pentacles. This person, if there's another person that you're going through this with, they haven't shown up as nothing but the devil. You've shown up as the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Because this energy down here is not this energy up here. What's the guidance or advice? Ooh, that's too many, Spirit. Give me less cards, please. If you're being guided to leave a situation, do it. And more importantly, we got the Skunk Spirit out. Know your worth. Know your worth. You're showing up as 3 kings. The only king that's missing is the King of Swords. Who knows? But since it's missing here, that's what you need to, once you have that king, all 4 kings enter, equal up to the Emperor. And you'll be matching this Empress energy. But some of you need to enforce boundaries. Some of you need to separate yourselves from this energy. And know your worth, regardless of what people or outsiders are saying. Know your worth. Oh, give me less cards, please. There got a lot of guidance or advice for y'all. Yep. Overcome any obstacle. Rhino Spirit. And then we have the Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. So there's a transformation that's happening, whether you want it to happen or not. Because some of you are needing a break from this energy. You're exerting so much energy in the situation like you don't really want to be in. And you're trying to make it work. But some of you need a break. so that you can actually heal. Take time to heal with the snake spirit. And then it says this and that are true, because you could have been, you know, stung or, you know, bitten before. And they're giving me that quote, like, once bitten, twice shy. You, just because you took a hit once, or, you know, for some of you, it could have been more than once, but you have to know that, don't let that stop you. But it's giving me that quote, once bitten, twice shy. Just because you, like, again, you may have gotten bit once, you may have gotten wrapped up with someone in this energy that you need to heal from. And remember, there may be a shake-up, but a snake sheds its skin. You need to shed that old skin so that you can step into the new. Know that, you know, this and that are true with the dolphin spirit. And just like I said, with the only king that's missing is to set healthy boundaries with the armadillo spirit. So yes, guys, this is the weekly reading. This was a lot. This was a lot. And there's so many fives, which are indicative of change. But it's time for you to heal from whatever hurt you in the past. Surrender to it so that you can heal, because it's keeping you from what you really want. It's clear in these cards. For some of you, you can feel it, you can see it, and you want to take action towards it. But with that King of Swords energy that's missing here, you have to know it. And like that card said, know your worth. And know that you can have whatever it is that you want. So that is the reading, guys. As always, I thank you for tuning in with me. Sending you guys out love and light. And I will see you all on the next reading. All right? Later.